SkyTour news for April 1st. I'm Amanda Curran. Today in 1960, Tyros 1 was launched. The Tyros 1 spacecraft was launched by NASA and partners at 6:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today in 1960 from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and became the first successful low Earth orbital weather satellite and the first of a series of television infrared observation satellites. The Tyros program was NASA's first experimental step to determine if satellites could be useful in the study of Earth, as at the time the effectiveness of satellite observations were still unproven. Tyros proved extremely successful, providing the first accurate weather forecasts based on data gathered from space. Tyros began continuous coverage of the Earth's weather in 1962 and was used by meteorologists worldwide. The program's success with many instrument types and orbital configurations led to the development of more sophisticated meteorological observation satellites. Today in 1965, Syncom 3 passes from civilian to military control. Syncom, a synchronous communication satellite, started as a 1961 NASA program for active geosynchronous communication satellites, and on this date in 1965, just before the launch of Syncom 3, they were leased to the United States military under the Lestat program. The three early Syncom satellites were experimental spacecraft built by the Hughes Aircraft Company, and all three satellites were cylindrical in shape with a diameter of about 28 inches and a height of about 15 inches. They were capable of emitting signals on two transponders, thus Syncom satellites were only capable of carrying a single two-way telephone conversation. Syncom 1 was intended to be the first geosynchronous communication satellite, but was lost on the way to geosynchronous orbit due to electronics failure. During the first year of Syncom 2 operations, NASA conducted voice, teletype, and facsimile tests, as well as the first live two-way call between heads of government by satellite. Syncom 3 had the addition of a wideband channel for television and was used to telecast the 1964 Summer Olympics in Tokyo to the United States. As of June 25, 2009, all three satellites are still in orbit, although no longer functioning. Today in 1997, the Comet Hale-Bopp perihelion. Dubbed the Great Comet of 1997, it was discovered on July 23, 1995, separately by Alan Hale and Thomas Bopp, prior to it becoming visible with the naked eye from Earth. Hale-Bopp was visible to the naked eye for a record 18 months, twice as long as the previous record holder, the Great Comet of 1811, and met or exceeded most predictions when it passed perihelion on this date in 1997. Hale-Bopp became visible to the naked eye in May of 1996, and although its rate of brightening slowed considerably during the latter half of that year, scientists were still cautiously optimistic that it would become very bright. It was too closely aligned with the Sun to be observable during December 1996, but when it reappeared in January of 1997, it was already bright enough to be seen by anyone who looked for it, even from large cities with light-polluted skies. As it passed perihelion today in 1997, it shone brighter than any star in the sky except Sirius, and its dust tail stretched 40 to 45 degrees across the sky. Its lengthy period of visibility and extensive coverage in the media meant that Hale-Bopp was probably the most observed comet in history. This is SkyTour News. I'm Amanda Curran.